Hello there. Once again, Santosh from Antonio Bay. Thank you guys for stopping by the collection room. Today I'm taking a look at some comics. It is, on this day, it's Easter Sunday. It's been a wonderful day here. It's been oddly cold for some reason for New Mexico. But anyway, I've been digging up for comics, trying to find some old cheap stuff, trying to find some good deals. And while I'm looking for good deals on comics that I'm kind of familiar with or not, I end up finding more that I'm unfamiliar with. And I found a series that I've never heard of, so I bought, I got 14 issues of it, I think, here. Never heard of this. This is called Hyper Dolls. This is by Iron Cat Publishing, I guess. Don't know anything about it. I think this came up when I was looking for like Eternity stuff. I know they used to publish some like manga type titles, but I'd never heard of this, and I'm not a big manga fan by any means. And this is definitely manga. It is definitely the Japanese style. But something about the name of the series, the look of it, and the fact that I never heard of anything like it kind of intrigued me, so I went ahead and popped on it. Didn't pay very much for it. They were very cheap, and I appreciated that. It didn't really give me any issue numbers, and I can see why now that I got them, because this series happens to do one of those things that is, I mean, just bonkers to me. But it breaks them all down into numerous volumes instead of just different issues. By the way, as a reference, this is from 1998. These were $3 an issue, $2.95. But anyway, this is Volume 1, Issue 1 of Hyper Dolls, which I thought just had a cool ring to it. The next issue I have is Volume 1, Part 3. I mean, it looks fun. It looks like total manga stuff with your little bright outfits and craziness. It had a good look to it. Volume 1, Issue 6. You know, that looks like an interesting book. It always disappoints me, though, because the covers of these are so great, and then the interiors are always, just black and white. Kind of wish they were color all the way through, but that's not how they generally do it there. So, and then it gets weird. Covers are very similar. They keep a lot of the same theme. But then we get into Volume 2, Issue 1. And it also cracks me up because on the back of this, there is ads for little Gashpon type figures, which I used to have a whole collection of those. Don't anymore, but Volume 2, Part 2. Just a cool little cover there. And once again, more ads for more Gashpon stuff, which I think I'm saying right. Gashapon or Gashpon. Those little 3-inch to 4-inch scale action figures that don't move. They're just kind of stationary. Volume 2, Part 3. Volume 2 has a lot of covers that are a little bit easier to pick out because they're all white backgrounds. So I don't know if that's like a mini series or a self-contained story. I haven't read these yet. I just discovered them, so. Then we get into Volume 3, Issue 1. So I do have a pretty good stack of these. Scratch my nose there. They definitely have a late 90s look. Possibly even earlier. These are 1999. US. Looks like it might have been 95 in Japan. But still, like I said, Hyper Dolls. Never heard of it. Was able to purchase a bunch of these for, I want to say it was about $15. They were about $1 an issue, which I would have snagged these up instantly had I seen them in a dollar bin. We're up to Volume 3, Number 2. So, like I said, whenever they break them up into different volumes, it gets a lot more difficult for me to track stuff down. I have the same problem with Scimitar comics from Eternity. They're like broken up into so many different series that I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Makes them very hard to collect and find. Volume 3, Issue Number 3. Kind of a cool little cover there. And it looks like ads for Crusher Joe on the back. Volume 3, number 5. See, I know this says this is January 2000. That cover though, that art, that looks so 80s Japan, possibly mid 90s Japan. So I mean, this does not look that new. It looks more vintage and more reprinted. So I do keep checking the years. It's hard to tell because once again, you know, if it was here in the 90s, it was probably from the 80s in Japan. This one is volume 3, issue number 6. That car does not look like a 2000s car. Let me tell you that. This cover is probably one that sold me on the whole lot. I was looking at all the covers from the lot, and this one was just so cool, so casual, and so manga. This is volume 4, issue number 2. Just that casually pulling out the cigarette with the pistol out. I just thought it was like, oh man, that's so Cowboy Bebop. I love that. And once again, I think it's 95, printed in the U.S. in 2000 is what I'm getting, or what I'm assuming from the thing. Volume 4, issue number 3. And then we get cleared up into volume 5, issue number 4. So this series just keeps trucking away. And I'm going to check what year. This one is December 2000, 1995. So yeah, I don't know how that breaks up in the scheme of the comic, but I thought it was a cool little set. And like I said, most stuff I have heard of. And just to find a series that I hadn't heard of from that far back, to have it at a great price, and to have this many cool little covers. I mean, every one of these covers is just adorable. So yeah, I was able to pick up that whole set for about 15 bucks. Hyper Dolls. And like I said, I don't know anything about it. Just saw a good deal, snapped on it. And if you guys need to know, if this is something you know about, hit me up. Shoot. I'd like to know more. Otherwise, I'll get to reading them eventually. Anyway, that's my story. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.